Well, Indonesia's long wait ends. After 25 years, Indonesia will once again host the MotoGP race. Not only will the race delight fans in Indonesia, but it will also have a massive positive economic impact for the whole country. So let's take a look at some facts. The last time that Indonesia hosted the MotoGP Grand Prix was in 1997. That was held in Sentul Circuit in Bogor, West Java. This time around, it's being held at the Mandalika International Street Circuit in central Lombok. Astonishingly, the circuit began construction in late 2019. Groundbreaking was in September 2019. Now, it was completed in around 2 years' time as President Joko Widodo inaugurated it in November 2021. The track is 4.3 kilometers long with a total of 17 corners, more corners in the Le Mans circuit in France and more corners in the San Marino circuit in Italy. Now, meanwhile, all 60,000 tickets to the MotoGP have been sold out. Over 22,000 accommodations have been prepared to accommodate the attendees, and many new hotels were also built, including the 5-star Pullman Hotel Beach Resort, the first 5-star hotel there. Now, indeed, the government had previously projected a target to attract 300,000 tourists due to the Mandalika MotoGP race. Now, indeed, the Mandalika MotoGP race is set to have a slew of positive economic impacts. The Indonesian Minister of Trade, Airlangga Hartarto, stated that the race will have an economic multiplier effect worth 500 billion rupiah. He actually stated that each race held at the Mandalika Street Circuit will generate that much for the local economy for each and every race held there. Now, for the Mandalika MotoGP race itself, the government also projects that it will create 50 to 70,000 new jobs. That's just for the Mandalika MotoGP race event. Now, meanwhile, the Indonesian Tourism Development Corporation said that the race has caused investments into the Mandalika Special Economic Zone to increase by threefold, or increase by 3 times. Up until the end of 2021, 2.2 trillion rupiah in investments had flowed into the Special Economic Zone. Now, since the announcement of the Mandalika MotoGP race, the price of land at Kuta Lombok had also increased by 10 times. At first, land was 50 to 100,000 rupiah per meter squared, now has shot up to 500 to 1 million rupiah per meter squared. So many positive impacts down to the Mandalika MotoGP race held after 25 years in absence. Now, indeed, the Mandalika MotoGP marks a very special moment for Indonesia, ending a 25-year wait. The last time Indonesia hosted the MotoGP race, as I mentioned earlier, was back in 1997. 2.5 decades later, Indonesia's hosting of the MotoGP will delight fans and also create tens of thousands of jobs and boost the local economy. Let's take a deeper look at the race.
Since Thursday morning, hundreds of MotoGP enthusiasts lined up, waiting to exchange their tickets for the 2022 Mandalika MotoGP. They waited for hours, but Indonesia itself has been waiting for 25 years. As the last time Indonesia hosted the MotoGP was back in 1997. Rightly so, this marks a celebratory moment for Indonesia. In the lead up to the race, a parade was held in Jakarta. Main roads were closed as the MotoGP riders drove from the State Palace to the Hotel Indonesia roundabout. There were high fives all around. The passion of Indonesian MotoGP enthusiasts spilled onto the streets.
Good, I mean, it's the third time that I'm here. First I came in 2020 and I saw it, the fans are really passionate, and this also really good. Also for Honda, it's really important, the market that they have here, so MotoGP need to be in Indonesia.
Indeed, Indonesians have been waiting 2.5 decades for the MotoGP to come back to Indonesia. Back in 1997, the MotoGP race in Indonesia was held at the Sentul Circuit in West Java. The previous year, in 1996, Indonesia also hosted the MotoGP in Sentul. In the 1997 race, Valentino Rossi was still in the lowest classification, 125cc race, of which he won. 25 years on, Indonesia is now hosting the MotoGP race at the Mandalika circuit in central Lombok, West Nusa Tenggara. Astonishingly, the circuit began being built in the end of 2019, and construction was done in the middle of the pandemic. Despite all the hardships brought on by the pandemic, the track was completed in 2 years' time. The Mandalika International Street Circuit is 4.3 kilometers long, has a 507 long straight, and boasts 17 corners. More than 16 corners at the San Marino circuit in Italy. The event also marks a good chance to promote Indonesian tourism and its local products to the world. Over 1,500 small businesses from tens of provinces across Indonesia will be selling their goods at the event, including automotive products. Indeed, the Indonesian government predicts that the MotoGP race will have an economic multiplier effect of 500 billion rupiah and can create up to 50,000 new jobs. So, it has been 25 years in the waiting, but for both fans and the rest of Indonesia, it certainly has been worth the wait.